So
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, what makes it feel like a home a lot is your family being there.
yeah. I
Like
mean, yeah.
that's a lot of
Once I got home, once I got there and I saw my dog Presley, I was like, yeah, no,
You're like, this is why I came.
this is why I'm here.
Sorry, Mom. I'm here for
I'm
here
here for
for
the dog.
Presley.
I'm here for the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the ATG Podcast, episode 19. I'm joined by NattyDucks.
What?
How you
Hey
doing,
everyone.
Natty?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good.
I, yeah, I always feel like it's been a while. Like every time we do it. I
Well,
guess there's like
we
two
did
gaps sort of
we did the two episode. We did the Tyler, the Bear episode, and then there was
thing.
had a break in between there too, right? Gotta remember that
Yeah.
there was a bit of a gap between the Bear episode or the gaming episode and the Bear one. So yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it has been a while.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into the swing of it for sure.
Yeah,
But yeah, life's been hectic. All
yeah.
right.
Well, yeah.
Kind of how
This
it is.
episode where we always try and bring new people on. We always try and have guests and do all that stuff. And or we always try to have a topic, like an outside topic, like with Marvel or with DC or with the video game movie adaptations,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, right? But everybody asks what the ATG podcast is, but nobody asks how are they, and so that's what we're
Yeah.
going to answer today.
Uh, yeah. Why is the ATG
Yeah,
podcast?
why is the no? So yeah,
Yeah.
our first episode
Why?
was called "Who Are We?" So we're gonna kind of take it back and kind of do a reminisce. I mean, we're almost 20 episodes in, which is kind of
Yeah. I
crazy. I
mean,
mean, we
we've
could
been
have
going
probably
since March.
should have waited another episode, but to
I mean,
make it
it's
like the
fine.
20
No, 19 is
episode.
special. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Of
yeah.
course.
I mean, because we're doing this episode, I actually decided to wear my MCBC hat again.
I'm wearing my MCBC hat. This is
Yeah, that's
crazy.
so. Well, I haven't worn mine since what, like episode 5 or 6.
Has it been?
I think so. Yeah, no, because I wore it, or episode 10 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I
I
know,
just
I
got.
don't wear it. I don't wear it all the time. So,
Yeah. But yeah,
um,
that's what we're talking about today. Of course, we'll get to that. But first, we have what's new.
do we do
This
the
is
game or what's new first?
pretty sure we do what's new first, if I remember correctly. That's how we do it.
Okay, sure.
Um, look, yeah, I know it's been a while, but I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's a what's new is a segment. In case you aren't aware, where we kind of just talk about what's going on in pop culture, any of that sort of stuff, or any sort of news, pretty much. So yeah, I think I'm going first today, and I want to talk about MCC. You know MCC,
Yep.
Minecraft Championship. For anyone who is unaware, they have a card game that's coming out, and pre-orders have already released, and it's looking really cool. Actually, have you seen anything on it?
I have not. No.
So it's basically like a Sky Battle board game, which
Okay.
is sick, and you have your different characters or like creators that you play as, and you have different starting places on different islands, and you build to the middle, you fight. There's a whole bunch of different cards, and it looks really cool. And they have a whole bunch of different creators in it, and a whole bunch of packs. Something cool is that Creo's doing for us Rising players. Or if we order anything from them, we'll get a bonus medium booster pack for free, which is sick.
Really?
Yeah, just as like a hey, you guys are cool kind of thing, which is sick. Which that's like worth $50 and 64 cards in it, which is kind of nuts.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, the interesting thing here is they have like starter decks and whatnot that you can get with different people, right? But they also have ones that you can get just from the booster pack, and one of them is a Technoblade card,
Really?
which is super neat. Yeah. So yeah, Technodad, part of that, and all of the different funds that are made from that card and whatnot, will go to research sarcoma, cancer, and all that sort of stuff,
Oh, that's cool.
which is super cool. Getting that at piece because he's definitely been a part of MCC's history. So it's super cool that he gets his own card. Yeah,
Oh, that's
but
awesome.
that's kind of the news. It's super interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing
Will you
more
be getting
on it.
some?
I think so. I think I'm leaning towards yes,
Okay,
but we'll see. Um, but
that's
yeah,
interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah,
so yeah, it's cool. That's
yeah,
what I just wanted to talk a little bit about it.
that's
But yeah,
awesome. Yeah. Well, for my what's new, I decided to go really personal with it.
okay.
Because obviously, we're recording this on what day? What's the date today? Jeez,
23rd.
this is 23rd. Yeah, thank you. And recording this on 23rd. It's not coming out until Friday, but we're coming up to the end of November. We're coming into December, right?
Yep.
So that means Christmas is coming up. My semester's gonna be ending,
Yep.
and what happens at the end of the year every time that at least last 2 3 years,
Yeah.
MCBC festive, right?
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah.
No. Hold on. I'm getting there.
Okay.
I'm
I'll
getting
let
there.
it. I'll let it. Yeah.
Now, I wanted to officially announce. I've talked a little bit about this. I know a lot of the admins and the roster know, but this ever since there's been festives, I've been playing in the past two. Right, I've played in Festive 22
Hmm.
with the one I won, and then I played in Festive 23 where I got drunk and
Yeah.
got dead last. So like complete polar opposites. But I want
Hmm.
to officially announce that Festive 24 this year will be my final season in MCBC.
Dang.
Yeah,
Yeah. And you're
that's
officially saying it.
that's
You got it
that's
on record.
that's what I'm putting out there. This will be my final season, in terms of like roster events.
Yeah.
And
Admin
and
events are
there's
different. Yeah.
reasons for that. I think we're gonna talk a little bit about it after the game. I want to talk a little bit more about it after the game, but
I think
that's
it's
the
interesting.
official
Yeah.
announcement, and I'll
Yeah.
kind of go into the reasons later, just to kind of keep everybody watching.
Yeah. You know, uh, I definitely, yeah. It's kind of a bit of an interesting sort of thing with you playing in the events because like it's fun having you, but also
Yeah.
like it can sometimes be
Well,
a little busted.
yeah, and that's
But
and
it's
there,
not
there's a few reasons for it, and I want to kind of talk about each one. But I'm gonna end up sitting here talking about it for at least 5-10 minutes. So
yeah.
we'll when we go into my topics, I'll break it
Okay.
down. I'll break it down for you.
For sure. So you guys can look forward to that.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. I think that's the new news. What's
yeah.
new?
That's
So
the new stuff.
you brought the game today? Is
I
that
did
correct?
bring the game today. So this is actually one I've been wanting to try for a little bit now with you,
All
and
right.
it's something we can't do with a guest because it's a two-player game. The game's called Wavelength. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
we've played games where we have to try and stay on different words. Now we
Yeah.
have to
I'm trying
try and
not to.
say the same word.
This should be easy based on how horrible we were at
That's
doing the
true.
bear one
Now,
of
but here's the
getting the same
problem:
thing.
we don't get a prompt.
Okay.
So how this is going to work is Natty, I'm going to count down, and you just have to say the first word that comes to mind. Okay?
Yeah.
Can be anything. Let's try and stick to like locations or animals or things.
Like nouns.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, let's try and stick to that stuff, and then and then when you say something, you can't say that word again, either one, and you have to kind of try and relate the two words together.
Yeah.
That
And
makes
try to
any
get in the
sense. And
middle.
we're gonna
I
try
get
and
yeah.
do it in 10 attempts. We're gonna try and do it
Yeah.
in 10. If we can't, then we'll just move on.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Sure.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Ketchup.
Pencil.
All right.
Okay. Sure. All right.
Ketchup and pencil.
All right.
I don't know
Yep.
how these two really.
Yeah.
Uh, ketchup and pencil.
I have
Okay.
an idea,
All right.
but
I don't know. I don't know. All right. I got a word though.
yeah.
All right. You got
Sure.
me?
Yep.
Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1. French fry.
Mustard. Okay. I see no like the
Okay.
long yeah,
Okay.
I went with
Okay.
yellow
Wait,
because
wait, wait.
like
Hold on. No, this
pencil.
is easy. This is easy. This is easy. Okay.
So wait, what was your word? Yours
I said
was
French fry. You said mustard.
yeah,
Then it was
yeah,
ketchup before that. It was pencil. All right. This is easy.
yeah, Is
Okay,
it?
yeah. This is easy. Come on, Natty.
All right.
You
I
got
feel
this.
like.
All right, you ready?
All right. Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Hot dog.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Okay, wait.
I'm
No,
like,
no, no. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
you got me. You got me for this one.
Maybe.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. All right.
Right.
How many
Yep.
attempts are we at? But that's 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is 5. All right.
I think
3.
this one is 4.
Okay. So you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Hamburger.
Hamburger. Yes.
Yeah!
Let's go. Let's go.
Good
It
job.
took a little bit, but we got it. You want
Good
to go
job.
again? Just
We can go again. I'm down to go
we're
again.
just in sync for it. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
You ready to go again?
Sure. All right. Yeah.
All right. All right. 3, 2, 1. Skateboard.
Chicken.
Skateboard chicken.
All
Skateboard
right.
chicken.
Skateboard
What?
and chicken.
Chicken skateboard. What?
All right.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
No, not chicken and skateboard. All right.
Chicken skateboard.
All right. This is I don't know
Chicken
about this one.
skateboard.
All right. We'll figure something out.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Pro Skater 3.
Heather.
Wait, what did you say?
Heather. Yeah, I know. It's rough. It's rough.
Okay. We got
Pro
to
Skater
find
3.
something that connects. We're just saying the same thing together. We're following one path each. We're not
just
coming
going
together.
opposite ways.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Feather and Pro Skater 3.
Yeah.
All right, maybe we ignore my word. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if we're allowed to do that, but let's just keep going.
No. Yeah. All right.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Crossy Road.
Jumping.
That's kind of similar.
Actually, wait. Okay. I think I got something.
Jumping. You said?
Yeah, jumping.
Jumping and Crossy Road. Okay.
All right. Okay. I got something.
I'm ready. Okay. Wait, yeah. I feel it.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1. Mario.
Frogger. No, I see where you go.
That was
from,
close.
but
That
yeah.
was close. Yeah, that was close. Frogger and Mario. Oh wait, no. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay, wait. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Video game.
Toad. Oh, you were. I was thinking like Toad.
I was thinking too general. I was thinking too general.
Yeah. Oh no, this might not be able to get it. How many are we on? 5?
I think that's 5. Yeah. Toad and video game.
Yeah.
I don't think Toad has a video game.
I think he does, but I can't remember it. All right.
Toad. Who is Toad? Okay, Toad.
Yeah.
I got this.
All right.
Wait, no. You're not going to get this, though. No, there's no way.
Probably not. All right. You ready?
No. Toad in video game. Toad in video game.
Come on now. It's okay if we don't get it this time.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Mushroom.
Mario. I couldn't think of anything. Mario Kart. I don't know.
Mario Kart. Okay. All right.
I couldn't think of anything. I almost said Keegan Michael Key. I'll be honest with you.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay. So Mario.
So you say
Kart
mushroom. Mushroom. Okay.
Okay. I got something.
Okay. I'm gonna say. Okay.
Right.
All right. Ready? 3,
All right, ready?
2, 1. Mushroom Gorge.
Speed. I see. You were going like track.
Yeah, I was going with the track. Yeah, that's my bad.
I'm with like what a mushroom does.
Yeah, it's speed. Yeah, that's better. No, that is better.
No, it's okay. Well, we have 3 left.
Yeah.
Not great.
Mushroom Gorge and speed.
Yeah.
Oh wait. No, we can do this.
I think I have one.
I think I got it. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. All right. Ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1. Race.
Yes, of course. There we go.
There you go. There you go.
All right, that
Just
was a
like
little
that.
closer. I
Just
was
like
like
that.
speed in a course. I'm like, yeah,
That's
race.
race. There you go.
There you go. All right.
There we
Um,
are.
there you go. That was a fun one. Thanks for
Yeah.
bringing that one.
Oh,
That was a good
100%.
one. Yeah.
Shout out to TikTok. They always give the good
Yeah,
games.
of
They
course.
always bring the
Of
good
course,
games.
they always bring the games that you wanna play. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Well, all right.
All right. Well, let's just move on to,
How are we?
how are you, Natty? What's going on?
I'm doing pretty well, all things considered. I mean, there's life it goes on. There's ups and downs, but I mean
Life
that's
goes
just kind of
on,
how
onion, onion, onion.
onion. Yeah. That's kind of how it's been. Something cool that I've done over the past few months. Um, has actually been and this is MCBC related. We actually launched, and we talked about this in the Bear podcast at the very end, but we launched merch
Mm-hmm.
recently. And I did most of the design work, pretty much all the design work for all of that sort of stuff. I set all of it up, talked with people on it. And yeah, it was a really interesting experience. Do you know that like in high school I took a graphic design class all
Yeah,
four
yeah, you
years?
told me about that. Yeah,
Yeah. Um, and so I haven't like been able to really do much with that per se, but like I'd learned how to do it there, and so it's able to apply a lot of that sort of stuff um, when I was making this sort of stuff. Like this hat I got on here, I made through them and designed it. And this is a big, basic, sort of simple, just
the hat
slap
I'm
the
wearing
logo
is
on it.
the first gen MCBC.
Yeah, the first gen hat, yeah, that only you and Slater have, but
Yeah,
I I don't know. I think it was a really cool experience being able to make something that uh like it's a real product that like isn't just like when we make MCBC in Minecraft. I mean, you could see different stuff, but it's all online. It's all on the screen. But like a physical thing you can hold, like
yeah,
the
yeah.
merch, is just something really cool. And I don't think you've gotten any of the merch that I've made apart from like your hat there. But
No,
that's
not yet. No, I haven't. I haven't purchased any of it as of yet. I'm waiting for the TZBC line.
the TCBC line. There you go. But yeah, it's really cool being able to yeah, all right. It's
That's all
cool
right.
being able to see how like it goes from just planning, designing it, in producing it, and then getting it, and seeing all of the great responses that people have had to it. A lot of compliments from it. A lot of people being like, "Wow, that's really cool stuff. It isn't just your logo slapped on things." Like, people are like, "Oh, that Gold Runners hoodie looks sick." Of course, I'm not gonna buy it because what's a Gold Runners? But
Yeah, they don't know what the game is because they won't play it.
yeah,
But
no, they won't play
um,
it. But it looks cool, and it is cool. Play Gold
yeah.
Runners, guy. But yeah, that's one of the things I've been doing. Do you have any? Yeah,
Well, I mean, yeah, MCBC's kind of had a wild year. I know. Like, it kind of started with. I mean, it all started with MCC Rising,
yep.
and
That's the real catalyst of
all of
where
this.
really everything. Because like I know with the fourth wall stuff and the merch stuff, I got that recommendation from Averdale, which for anyone who doesn't know, he doesn't run MCC, but he's like on the Knox crew and that, and he
Yeah,
helped
yeah,
us like on board and whatnot with MCC Rising. So got to meet with him and know him sort of stuff, which
yeah.
was sick. Um,
But
and
like,
I
there's
mean,
been that, and then that kind of led into Java Jam, which
yeah,
brought a ton of people in, and getting to. I know for me, being like, obviously, everyone has their own experience, but like me getting to be a coach for that was really sick.
yeah. How was
Um,
that for you, by the way?
that was
Being
really
able to
it was
coach.
really cool. I was just so if you're not aware, Java Jam, we brought in a full roster of new players. A lot, some of them or all of them, who had pretty massive followings over on the Java platform and on different
Yeah.
like across YouTube and Twitch and all that. The team I had were pretty cool.
It was Greninja, Fire Breath
Greninja,
Man,
Fire Breath Man,
and
and Ant
yeah,
Frost.
yeah.
Three names I never thought I would ever see in
Yeah, like we're
MCBC.
an MCBC.
Yeah, never thought
It's
these like because it's one thing when you because I've watched the three of them on YouTube.
yeah,
So like, and I'm not huge into the Minecraft sphere. So like, in my head, it's like when I see somebody, it's like, I'm like, okay, well, they got to
yeah,
at least have some sort of a following, right? They got to be good at what they do. Like Fire Breath Man, I know who he is.
yeah,
Even if I didn't watch all of his content, I know who he is through MCC, and I know who he is through Technoblade, right?
yeah,
Um, and Frost, I knew who he was because of the Dream Manhunts and all of that sphere, and then MCC as well. You know, he's a wicked
yeah.
MCC player. And Greninja as well. Like some of the other events that I've seen him around, and it's like, okay, the fact that the three of them are being announced on a team, and now, like, it was weird during the training stream. That was really where it set in for me because we only really did one training stream, right?
Yeah.
And I get on, and the two of them are streaming. They're on the MCBC practice server, and it's like you watch these YouTubers for because you see them in your head, they're people, but like you're putting them on
Yeah,
a higher pedestal, if that
yeah.
makes any sense.
No,
It's like
100%.
with celebrities and stuff
Weird.
like that, right?
Yeah,
So, and it's a weird way of looking at it, but it is the way that your brain kind of perceives it.
yeah.
And you know that they're in the best Minecraft event, so it's like, wow, like how did they get there? And then all of a sudden they're in a call with you, and it's like they're asking
And
you,
it's
hey,
chill.
and they're
It's
chill,
just like
but
regular
and
people.
not
Yeah,
only are they chill, but they're asking you, how do I do this? So I
yeah,
had a hard time at first. Like and I know you were saying this, and Jace was saying this. I seemed really awkward at the beginning of the stream because I was
hmm
like, how do I go from like being like, I'm like, why are you guys asking me for what I know? Like, I'm just Titanium Zombie. Like, what's going on? But I'm the knowledgeable one here now, right?
yeah,
I'm the one who knows what I'm supposed to be teaching them, and
yeah,
so it was a surreal moment. It was a really surreal moment, and they're all really chill. The three of them, they're amazing Minecraft players, considering that they uh, don't really play a lot of Bedrock, from what I'm aware.
yeah,
Um, they came in and they just completely tore it up, and then they won. So
yeah.
you know,
It
I was really happy with that.
Yeah, it's definitely a crazy. I get what you mean though, of like it not feeling like, and it sounds weird saying it because obviously they are people, but
Yeah,
like they're more of like before you meet them, they're more of like ideas in a sense, or like something
yeah,
different.
in a
Whereas when you
sense,
do meet people,
in a sense.
and I don't think like once you do, and the more that we end up meeting these people, the less of that effect there kind of is like
Hmm.
of this. But I mean, it's still always there to an extent of like,
I think the weird
yeah,
thing for me is they were asking me for advice, and
mm,
I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to bring to the table here.
yeah,
But then I had to it was about halfway through, or after the first like 30 to 40 minutes, I had to kind of take myself out of this, like, wow, look at this amazing moment that's happening right now.
and
MCBC is
just
really grading. And I was like,
actually,
yeah. And I was
yeah,
like, okay, well, you know, like it was I had to tell myself, Ryder, they're just humans. They're just people.
you know,
They're just people playing a block game. Just teach them like you would teach anybody else, because I've done it
yeah,
before. And that's what we did, and it seemed to have worked. So
and it worked out. Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, I mean, whenever like we talked in because like MCBC has been going on for like 4.5 years or something
yeah,
like that, long time. Um, and we always kind of like for whatever reason we think, okay, we're not gonna get to that level. It feels too far fetched,
yeah,
and it'd be like Silent Whisper and Evident,
yeah.
right?
Well,
It was like, oh, are we ever gonna have them in the event? It was
that's
like, well,
what I was
probably not.
saying. That's what I was saying when Java Jim was like getting rumored, and Plushy was putting
Yeah,
that roster together. I was like, just remember, a year ago, and I had to keep telling Slater this because
Yeah.
he puts the most amount of pressure on himself when it comes to MCBC. But so, and I
Yeah.
was like, dude, just remember, like, you might be freaking out that all these like fruit berries and Feinberg and Fire Breath Man and all these like
Way.
all like
Yeah.
Curryway and like all these big names are coming in. It's like, yeah, that's great. I was like, just remember, a year ago we had Evident and Silent Whisper in our event.
And we were
I was
freaking
like,
out
less
about
than a
that.
year
And now
ago,
they're just and
and
now
now they're
they love it
regulars.
and they're here everywhere.
And they're
Yeah.
regulars. I was like, so I'm like, this is how it happens. I'm like, this is what happens with events. I was like, you get bigger, you invite these bigger creators. They end up either they love it or they hate it. And if they want to keep playing, they keep playing.
Yeah.
And so, to any of the Java Jam players, that's not just the people on Blue and Orange. I
Yeah.
hope you guys will return if you're watching this. I hope you
Yeah.
eventually get that call and you come back because
Yeah.
they all did. By the way, can we just say the fact that like half the not even well, almost all of Purple Team completed Gauntlet?
Yeah.
Like whoever was complaining about
Crazy.
Gauntlet in the main
On the
roster needs
roster.
to
Yeah.
retire. The main
Yeah.
roster needs to
Apparently.
retire. Is all I'm saying.
Because they came into the practice server, demolished the records,
Yeah.
and just won.
Everyone asks
Gauntlet.
who's better, like Bedrock or Java players. That tells you right there. That tells you right there. Sorry.
When they came in and beat us at our own games, like that's embarrassing for them.
Yeah.
For the Bedrock players.
Anyway, let's stop dogging on our roster. Let me go back to.
I mean,
let's
in
go.
in the
Let's
best
look
way, of
ahead. So
course.
we know that
Obviously.
Festive's happening this year,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Obviously, with my new news earlier in this episode, talked about my
Yep.
retirement. Natty, do you
Yep.
have any questions about that? They might be able to shed some light.
Nope.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I'll just answer the common ones then.
There you go.
Main one is like why, right? Why now? What like so I think for me the reason though why it's now is kind of goes back actually to Festive 22. And I remember saying this after Festive 22. I came back to like I remember, Vontanage and Spider Rock, we were on a team and I was sick the whole week before. I had COVID. I was like really not in the mood to do anything. And we come in, we win. I was feeling better, obviously, for the event because I played in it. But I remember afterward just kind of coming back and working on the event, and I remember just saying like, yeah, I even though I won, I didn't feel that same like nostalgic feeling from like the legacy seasons. And I don't mean to sound like an 80-year-old man when I say that, but like I do sound like I do sound like an 80-year-old man when I talk like this. But and then when I played in Festive 22, it was kind of the same thing. It was literally the same thing. So I think what's happened is, and the best way I can describe it is because I'm an admin now and I play in testing and we do all these other events, I've desensitized myself to a win.
Yeah.
Which sounds awful, but it's not even just a win. It's playing. It's just playing in the event. Like it doesn't give me that same feeling that I enjoyed back in the legacy seasons. And this has nothing to do with anyone in the event. They're all great and they're all great to hang out with. But I think it's especially for the admin or the charity events that you guys do with Festive.
Yeah.
I'm well aware I don't have a huge following on Twitch or on YouTube.
Hey man, you raised the most last year. To be fair.
But that was because of Slater. But so like I'm aware that I don't have a huge following on any streaming platforms. I'm not really a streamer, so to put me in a charity event doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Other than just for the fact of this is our only non-canon that we do yearly. That is really the only reason. If there was another non-canon that we did, like in the summer for like the anniversary or like an all-star or something, or like some sort of other event, I would much rather play in that because I think it makes more sense to put the biggest YouTubers who are going to bring the most eyes to the event during the festive event. And like I'm more than welcome to play in them, but I think I think I would
I get
rather
you.
give that to somebody else, especially now because with Java Jam and with all these things that are happening, the player pool is only going to grow and it's only going to become harder to get people in every season.
Only 18 slots.
Only
Yeah.
18 slots. And now it's going to get to a point where there's, I'm not competing with, like back in the legacy seasons, I was competing with people who were all relatively the same size, right? Now I'm
Hmm.
competing with, as we said earlier, fruit berries and ant frost and and fire breath man and plushy
Island and
33
everything.
and you know what I
Yeah.
mean, like all these like people who are now of like sizable followings. It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to put me in from a logistics point of view.
I I get you, but also, I mean, festive is the one kind of exception, I suppose, to the rule that like we don't really care and about the size of the creator as much as if they fit well with the event.
Yeah,
Um,
and I get that.
I, I mean,
um
yeah, that's kind of what we do, and like I think you fit great when you're in, but I
yeah,
get
yeah.
the sort of feeling that you kind of get from it. Yeah, they
And
say
like I've said it before, I don't want to ever like completely shut a door because I know how I am with content and in general. Like I've quit my YouTube channel about 5 times by now over the 8 years or 9 years that I've been doing it. I've made about 5 to 6 I'm done videos. Um,
of course,
so like I'm not gonna ever say that it'll be my forever last one, but for now, I am saying
probably the last
I'm going.
festive.
At least I will not be in next festive. I will be in this one, the one this year,
Yeah,
festive
but
24.
festive 25.
Festive 24. Given nothing goes wrong and I have a computer and I don't get hit with lightning in the next month and a half,
Yeah,
um, I will presumably be in it, and but yeah, festive 25. I can pretty much say I probably won't be in it.
yeah,
So, which I'm looking forward to actually, because Gauntlet needs a Christmas update. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
Gauntlet always gets
That's
shafted during festive. That's just because I have my
true.
own team.
That yeah, it makes sense.
But other
Yeah,
than that,
uh,
let's go
yeah.
back to Natty. Natty, what's going on outside in your life,
Outside,
outside of the
um,
Minecraft and YouTube sphere?
outside of the Minecraft. So, as some of you guys got, and I've said it before in the different podcasts, but I'm a drummer. I
Yep.
play I play the drums. It was really cool to actually talk with Tyler because he was a drummer too. Not
Yep.
was is a drummer. And there's just a lot of cool different
It
stuff.
was a great episode.
Yeah. Fun little story. I have a drum teacher, right? That I go through and showed him the episode sort of thing, which was interesting. It's
Okay.
always interesting, like kind of bringing in two different sides of like the world because like I'm Natty on here, of course, but like
Yep.
to my drum teacher, I'm like me, IRL me, right? So it's just interesting that side of things, but yeah, something I've been doing when it comes to drumming, that I go through with like my teacher, is we do these sort of like live performance concert sort of things at a bar and grill like in town.
Yep.
And yeah, recently in October I did one for the song Rio by Duran Duran. You know that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and it was it's a fast song, dude. It's like
Yeah.
um
That's a quick song, man.
144 beats per minute, and I had to play in 16th notes.
Mm.
So like I had to use both hands on the hi-hat going like
Yeah. Yeah.
ridiculously quick. It was a tough song, but I managed to pull it off. But yeah, something that's interesting about that is just like the live performance feeling that you get. Like I know like when we talked with your dad or Tyler and whatnot, they've done a lot more live performing than I have in that sort of sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um but like yeah, the stresses that come with it is like yeah, like before playing, you just feel very much like I don't like you're like I practiced, I could pull it off, but at the same time you're also like what if I don't? and the stresses. I don't know. Like, do you get similar sort of stuff whenever
Uh,
you play?
yeah, I mean, like, that happens all the time. I always find myself, at least from what I remember, especially if it depends, because when it's like a performance with like an actual crowd of people,
Yeah.
I'll find myself just like pacing a lot or
Mm,
jittering a lot,
yeah.
and uh, this kind of ties into one of the things we wrote down for me. I know when I do radio, it's kind of similar, where I will like, and I do it during podcast episodes too. You can't see
Yeah.
it because I have a desk here and all that, but
Me either. I have a whole bunch of little doodads that I play around
yeah,
with
I
and
like
whatnot.
I fidget with something, or I'm like shaking my leg, or like, you know what I mean. I'm jittering
Yeah.
around,
Me
right?
too.
And I talked a little bit about this on air, but with how I can't stand up. So the desk that we have in our studio, it's a
Yeah.
standing desk, right?
Hmm.
Now I'm tall, so that doesn't really matter for me. But
Yeah.
so it's actually a little low for me, but that's besides the point. Um, but I have to sit down for it. I have to, because if I don't sit
Yeah.
down, I'm gonna sound like I'm trying to do a radio announcing from like the back of a car on a highway. Like that's what it's gonna
Yeah.
sound like. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the radio station." You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm gonna sound like,
Yeah.
because I'm like,
Pacing
Thumper
around
from
and
Bambi in the back. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's what I look. That's what I like. That's what it's like, right?
Yeah.
Because that's just how I exert that nervous energy. But yeah, no, that happens to me all the time. I mean, live performance can be very stressful, but you know, as long as you
Yeah.
practice and you can get through anything, right? That's the whole
Yeah.
point.
No, 100%.
Just go out there, put on a good show, and if
Yeah,
you
and
make a
that's
mistake, you just keep going.
what I do for sure. Yeah, I definitely enjoy playing live. I wish I could play live more, but I don't have like a particular band
Yeah.
that I can do that for.
Well, maybe that's what you gotta do.
Um,
You gotta find a band.
maybe I just don't really. I haven't. Just don't have anyone that I know in real life that like is you know also wanting to be in a band sort of thing.
Yeah, I get it.
Um, so yeah, that's fair. Maybe we make a band. No way.
Yeah,
Just a little
if
fun
only.
part.
Yeah, dude, those commutes would be
Yeah.
awful. Those
Yeah, the commutes. All right, guys, let's practice. We're gonna meet in the middle. See you in Wyoming.
yeah, no
No,
pressure. There's only
no
gonna be an
pressure.
ocean between.
Yeah, just a little bit.
That kind of moves right
Yeah,
into my other point, though.
yep,
I mean, right now I am. Well, this is actually kind of exciting. So this
yep.
episode will come out on the Friday. So this is the 23rd. That comes out on the 29th.
The 29th. Yep, that would
So
be Black
by the
Friday,
time
actually.
our next episode happens, this is kind of exciting.
Yep.
When our next episode happens, I won't be in this room.
Oh,
Yeah.
where will you be?
Um. Well, hopefully. I mean, I should have my new computer by then. But so if you're not aware, over the summer, my parents made the move to Newfoundland. We were living. I live in Canada.
Yep,
We were living in
Ontario.
Ontario. Thank you. And moved over there. So that's where I'm going. I'm going home for my break, and that's a lot of fun. So I'll actually be home my for the next podcast episode. So that's kind of
Are
cool.
you wait? So wait, are you going to when are you going to Newfoundland?
I'll be there by the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
2
the
weeks
next
from
episode is the 13th, right?
13th. Yeah, 13th of
Yeah.
December. I'll be there
All
by
right.
then. I'll be there for about a week by then.
Well, there you go.
So
Maybe we'll have it there then.
we will have it there.
That'd
We're
be
gonna record
cool.
it that weekend probably.
Yeah. I
So
will not be busy at all.
no, yeah, it'll be a little tough, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
We'll make it work.
You know what? I mean, I know we kind of talked a little bit about because like back in the Philly podcast when he was talking about going to
Yeah. I
Japan, which
talked a
he
little bit
obviously
about
went to.
moved.
You talked a little bit before because it was really just in the planning phases
Yeah.
back then.
So now that it's
How
happened, It's
Yeah,
I
how
mean,
does it feel?
I've been
I mean,
down there. I've been down there only once. I was down there for about a week in October,
yeah,
and it really is a beautiful area. It's night and day in terms of what I'm used to.
yeah,
Um, obviously there's the house and all that other stuff, but I won't really get into
yeah.
that. But no, I
I,
mean, yeah, I mean, it's a different culture, but it's the same in a sense. Like it doesn't feel abnormally different. Like it just feels a lot
yeah,
more laid back in terms of what I'm
yeah.
used to.
Here's
Which,
here's a question. Does it
yeah.
feel like home for you? Like when you went, did it feel like, yeah, this is home, or did it feel more like
Well,
a different place?
the
You know what
kind
I
of the
mean?
way I was putting it is, it's not really gonna ever. I mean, for me, it's not gonna feel like home until I'm there permanently.
Yeah,
I'm really only going there for short, extended periods of time. So I've only been there for a week. Like I think it was like 9 days I was there for.
yeah,
And then this time I'll be there for about a month. So that'll be
hmm,
the longest period that I'm there for. And then I don't go back until February, and then I'm there permanently in April.
yeah,
So kind of been a jumping around, but uh, you know, it's yeah, I would say it feels more like home. Like I'd still say yes, but I haven't fully warmed up to it yet. But I think that's just
I
because I
get,
haven't
yeah,
been down there as much. So
yeah. I mean, to be fair, what makes it feel like a home a lot is your family
yeah,
being there.
yeah. I
Like
mean, yeah.
that's a lot
Once
of it.
I got home, once I got there and I saw my dog Presley, I was like, yeah, no, this is home.
Yeah, like there he is.
I was like, there. All right, we're good.
You're like, this is why I came.
This is why I'm here.
Sorry, mom. I'm
I'm
here
here for
for
the dog.
Presley.
I'm here for the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's wild. It's different, but nowhere near as much as what Philly had to go through. That's for sure.
No, yeah, going to a
Because he
completely
went
different
like he
country
was
that
going
doesn't.
alone. Like
Yeah, of
it's a little different because like
course.
Philly was going somewhere completely new alone. I got left somewhere where I know alone, but I'm with Jace, which
Yeah, it's kind of like the opposite if you think
yeah,
about it.
it's the
But
exact
luckily,
opposite.
yeah, with Slater being
And, all my
there
family
though,
is still
yeah,
here,
yeah, it's
right?
got to be at least a little nice. That is true.
Yeah, all my
Any
family's
friends
still
that
here,
risk
and there's a
stuff.
lot of friends who are still living here. So it's not like we don't have people around. Um, but yeah, it's been definitely strange.
Yeah.
It's definitely been strange. That's for sure. So,
So I suppose, yeah. So your school, right? This is
yep,
your last year. You only have like a 2-year program, is
yeah,
correct,
2 year.
right?
So I did my last year was my first year. This is my third semester, and then in January I'll be starting my last semester.
All right.
Given I don't fail.
Yeah, of course. And so like then you're moving to Newfoundland. Is that like
Yeah.
do you have any plans after that, or is it you just kind of like see where it goes?
That's a good question. I get down there and I got to finish school. I got to finish an internship down there,
Hmm.
for school, and then I officially get my degree and in radio broadcasting, and then I go and get a job. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't really know. I don't really have a
I mean, yeah. I mean, the future is yeah pretty open. All things considered, you can really do a lot with it.
yeah.
Um, I guess here's a question for ya. With it. Um, this has to kind of do with MC or Mucka Bucka Studios and sort of
Hmm.
stuff with that. Which for anyone doesn't know is kind of the thing that me, TZ, and Slater have been doing, making a map called Infinite Parkour Gauntlet for the marketplace. It's
For
been
like a
taking
year and a half.
forever. Yeah, it's been a long time. If that was something like a job, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like you could make enough off of that. Would you want to do that, or would you just be like, no, I want to do radio,
It's a good
or
question.
like whatever
That's a
that?
very good question. I think we're all well aware that I'm not that keen on making
Yeah,
maps as much as like I'm not
as
nearly as
me and
enthusiastic about it
Slater, yeah,
as you guys. at least personally. I know I've never really been that into it. It's
Yeah.
something I like to be a part of, don't get me wrong, and helping out here and there is definitely something I can do, but as like a permanent thing, no, I think it would probably drive me mad
Yeah. I mean,
because
and
it
that's fair.
um not that radio doesn't, by the way, let me just throw that in there. But that's probably just because I'm in school right now. So that, you know,
Yeah.
um, but no, there's a lot of fun aspects to both sides. So, but if there's anything I've taken away from my radio course, it's that it's always good to have a side hustle
Yeah.
because radio doesn't pay a lot. That's the problem.
That's, you know what? That's fair.
That's
That's
that's what
true.
my professor told me.
Yeah.
He was
He's
like,
like, if
guys,
you're getting
I
into this
hate
for
to break it
money,
to you. I hate to break it to you. If you're
I
getting into
wouldn't.
radio for the money, you're in the wrong place.
You kind of hit the double stride there, being a teacher and a radio guy.
Yeah, the guy said that he is a radio he does a radio show and he's a teacher. And he was like, "Yeah, this is my
Mm,
side hustle."
there you go.
And I was like, "Nice. I like it." I was like, I see you." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, you like that." Huh? I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm
It's
like,
like, you
"Yeah,
guys are my setup. All right, yeah.
all right. I see how it is." I see.
Yeah, it is.
No, I mean, it's a great it is a really fun course though. And all
Yeah.
like,
So would that be something maybe like radio as your main thing and then do the Mucka Bucka stuff as a side sort of
maybe.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I see. I mean, obviously far out there dreaming, who
Yeah, yeah.
knows? Anything could happen. Radio could just like die and
Fall off
nobody
the
ever
face of the
listens
earth and
to
then
it.
I'm just
Yeah.
kind of screwed, which
Yeah. Or, and Mucka Bucka Studios could fall through and we just don't do it or quit
yeah.
or whatever. Like there's a
You know
lot
what?
of different
Let
factors.
me ask you this because
Yeah.
would you say that you're more interested in? Because I've asked Slater this, and he gave me a really,
Yep.
and I really started thinking about this after I heard the story behind Lethal Company.
Yeah.
Because do you know the story behind Lethal Company?
No.
Okay, so
I mean, a little bit, but
Lethal Company is made
yeah.
by one guy.
Yep.
All of it, the whole game. Well, probably now it probably has a few people, but it's one guy who makes Lethal
Yeah.
Company, and he started coding games on Roblox.
Yeah.
And then he decided to just make a game,
Yeah.
and it was Lethal Company. And I started thinking, like, we make these MCBCs, we make there's all these events, right, that are going around. How long, Infinite Parkour Gauntlet eventually in the Minecraft Marketplace? How long before we just click fuck it and make a game?
I here's the thing with doing that. I'm not opposed. I don't know anything to do with any of
100%,
that sort of stuff.
100%. But this is the way I put
Um,
it to Jason. Let me and you know
yeah.
if you roll back the clock, I'm sounding like the Joker.
Yeah.
If you roll the clocks back, no, if you roll the clocks back like to February, right?
Yep.
You and Jace, you civilized people. No, sorry, I'm done.
You keep giving me the Joker.
You guys didn't know a lot of
No. We didn't even
the
know
coding
functions, let
stuff, the
alone
function
scripting.
stuff,
Yeah.
scripting, all of that. You guys had to learn that in such a short period of time. Are you
Yeah.
great at it? Probably not. Probably not
No.
the greatest. But who cares? Lethal Company is a good game. Don't get me wrong. Is it an
Yeah.
amazing game? No. Half the thing that we play is all mods made by better
Yeah.
coders who build on the game.
Yeah. The thing that's
Another great
interesting.
example that's a fantastic game that was made by one person, Five Nights at Freddy's. That has a movie now.
Yep. I
Shaggy
think
was in that.
yeah, I think though that you're looking at a little bit of the outliers when it comes to those sort of games and the
No,
popularity.
absolutely. Absolutely.
A lot of
Absolutely.
people get into the indie dev of making these games, and a vast, vast majority, probably 98, 99% of them don't go anywhere. Maybe max 100 people play them sort of thing,
Absolutely.
and that's about it.
Absolutely. And I'm not saying that we need to make the next Lethal Company or Five Nights at
Yeah.
Freddy's, but I'm just saying that, like, if Minecraft dies tomorrow, everything you guys
Yeah.
were wanting to build with Infinite Parkour Gauntlet and MCBC goes down the shitter,
Yeah.
right? What are really the chances that online video game download platforms are going to die tomorrow?
Just as likely as Minecraft dying.
Probably. Yeah.
As in unlikely, like the internet would have to just die.
But like, let's say tomorrow, Mojang or Microsoft decided, hey guys, we're just gonna increase the rate of the game. We're gonna remove the marketplace, even though that's a giant moneymaker. They'd never do that. Let's just say they're like, oh, you
They're
guys
like,
hate the
we
marketplace
listen to
so
the
much.
Java people, yeah.
Yeah, you guys hate the marketplace so much. Okay, here's everything for free. Bye. Like, you know what I mean? Then it's like all of a sudden you
Yeah.
can't make money off of it. Now it's like that entire business model just doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, I think we'd
You
still
know
do
what I'm saying, though.
MCBC.
No,
We'd still
100%. And
do,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying, but you get what
I
I'm saying.
get what you're saying. Yeah.
How long before we end up just hitting fuck it and say let's make a game?
I definitely think it's a possibility. I just think it's
Think about it.
unlikely
Gold Runners,
within
the battle royale game.
earliest.
People will play Gold Runners then.
Earliest would be like 3 years, and I would be very doubtful. I think there's just so much more that we can do in the Minecraft space
Mm-hmm.
that, or even outside of it, that branches off of it. Really much. I mean, like earlier, like we talked about, like the MCC TCG earlier, and not that we would do a TCG by any means. We're not at that sort of level or anything, but like you never know where we'll be with this sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's always one of those things like. Obviously, we were talking about it earlier. We didn't think we'd ever get
Yeah.
huge creators in
And
the
I'm not
event,
saying
and
this
yet
is
here
something
we
we
are.
should start. Like, I'm not saying we should start this tomorrow or anything like
Yeah.
that. But it is something to think about and something to let roll around in your brain, right? Is that like
Yeah,
that is ultimately that is the end goal in some sense of like, yes, you're playing on Minecraft. It's like you want to be able to make your own thing, and
yeah,
I think Infinite Parkour Gauntlet is a good first step towards that. And I think the
yeah,
studio and making new maps is a good first step towards all that.
yeah.
But eventually, the idea is to put something in and hopefully build something of your own. Like
I think it's
Hypixel's been trying to do that for the last 10 years
yeah. I
with
think it's more
Hytale.
likely that we would make a server than
That's probably
on
true.
Minecraft than do that. I think there's a lot of things more likely than it, and I think something that can be said is maybe it isn't about escaping Minecraft to go to a better sort of thing. I know that in
I'm
the
not saying escape Minecraft to
in
go
the
to a new thing. I'm just thinking, what about putting out something else just for fun?
yeah, I know in the
If you have a good idea, you might, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, that's where my
yeah,
brain
I know
goes.
in the early days of YouTube, a lot of people and YouTubers, the goal was that would lead into traditional television. Like Red and Link, for example, their goal was we're gonna make something on the internet and then eventually we'll get a TV show and then we'll make it big there. But then they realized YouTube is the place to be. You don't need to go to do that. And
Yeah.
so while I'm not saying Minecraft is the exact same thing, it could be of like maybe we stick on Minecraft and we keep growing there.
Yeah.
In this sense, I mean, it's like it's a huge place, a lot of eyes on it, sort of thing. I mean, think about how many. I'm using MCC as an example. How many people watch MCC and saw the collab and played that thing for the cape that they did earlier in the year, with the Ender Cup and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, that that had so many more people playing it and so many more eyes on it than so many games that are, especially indie games that are put out on Steam. So it's yeah, one of those things. I get what you mean of us
Yeah. No, I'm
making
not.
something,
I'm not
but
saying. Listen. I'm just pitching.
no, I get you.
Yeah.
I just think
I'm not saying like we
there's
need to do
just so
this,
much
but it's
more
just
to
yeah.
do.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I
but
100% agree.
yeah,
Absolutely. It's a very interesting conversation though, with like the whole thing of like
yeah,
Minecraft being this huge platform, because it is. It is such a huge platform in terms of um like how many people are on it, and like
It's the
obviously the
biggest
Bedrock,
game in the world. Yeah.
yeah, and like obviously the Bedrock platform is, and no matter how much the Java people want to say, it is a bigger platform, and the
Yeah.
marketplace is a great way to kind of get your content out there, and I'm looking forward to Infinite Parkour and whatever else we decide
Yeah.
to bring out.
Yeah. Something that was cool. I should have brought this up earlier when we were talking about with the MCC Rising and Java Jam sort of stuff. But like before that, we weren't really recognized by the greater um, like event community because Java has a pretty sizable event community where they all are kind of know each other. You got like obviously MCC, but Block Wars,
Pandora's
Minecraft,
Box.
Mayhem, Pandora's Box. Yeah, those are the big ones. But obviously, there's the other ones too. Um, and we never got included because it was like our community was obviously very Bedrock focused,
Yep.
but then also you have it there. And Java Jam obviously kind of brought eyes on the event that people actually kind of are now paying attention and saying, even on a regular events. I know, for example, Irish has been, and it's not just because of Java Jam, but I'm sure Java Jam did kind of open a few doors with that. She's in a whole bunch of Java events now that she's playing in. I know she's in Biome Batter, for example.
I got invited to
And
Tipsy Tourney.
there you go.
I'm going to
And
be
you
playing
you
that. I
get
can't be in the next one. I can't tell you when it's going to be, but because I don't know if it's announced or anything yet. But the next one, because I'm on a plane, so
yeah, but
that's not great.
what I mean with that with Irish though is like she got to meet people in the Java community that would get her to these other sort of stuff while putting herself out there. And I know that other people in the Bedrock community can do the same.
Yeah,
So while Java people are coming and seeing our event, they're also kind of accepting some of the Bedrock creators, which is super cool because before it was like
it was just
dead in the
no one. Yeah.
water. There was no one.
I mean, now
And
you have an
again,
in, right? You have people who are like, no,
yeah,
these guys cool, bring them in.
yeah, and a lot of that
You know, it was
is due
actually really
to
funny how I got
amazing.
Tipsy Tourney. Do you know how it
Yeah,
happened?
sure.
It was Irish actually.
There you go. That makes sense.
Irish sent me a link to their Twitter. Was like, yo, you got it. This is your type of tournament. And
Of
then I
course.
went on to one of their posts and just just tweeted, responded to it, and I was like, chat, I need to be in this event. And within like
Yeah,
12 hours, I got an invite.
there you go.
I didn't even see it until like 3 days later because they sent it to me through Steam or Twitter messages, and I just
Yeah,
don't open Twitter messages.
probably for the best. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
so
but yeah, a lot of doors opened by MCC Rising, which opened us for Java Jam, which has opened a whole bunch of stuff. Which whether that be for MCBC or be for Mucka Bucka Studios or any of those sort of ventures,
yeah,
um, anything online, yeah, it's interesting. It's
I'm
crazy.
looking
It's
forward to a
cool.
lot of it. I'm really looking forward to a lot of it.
And I'm excited for the future
Bef-
of it.
we're kind of reaching the end of our time here, but I do want to
Yeah,
announce something before we wrap. And this is
sure.
something that I haven't even brought to you yet about the
Yeah.
podcast. So,
I'm retiring from the podcast.
I'm retiring
What?
from the podcast too. No.
Oh, okay.
So our next episode will be the 13th, if I'm not
Yep.
wrong. So one of the episodes before that, maybe before or after that. Or no, I'm thinking maybe after that, probably. It's probably going to end up being after that.
I'm like,
It'll
what
be
do you
the
mean before
next.
that's this podcast.
Yeah, the one before that is this podcast, so that doesn't make sense. So either it depends on. Oh, I don't know when it's going to be yet, but I do want to say that I want to try and do a live podcast episode.
Okay.
So we'll prep it just like ones we do here, but we'll live stream it straight to the
Yeah.
ATG channel
Yeah.
and
We
run
should
it.
talk about this first. You just kind of spring it on me like
That's
this.
what
All
I'm
right.
saying, dude. No, I've thought about this for a while, and I was like, dude, this would be sick to do. So I think we're gonna do it in over my break and before the new year. And maybe it'll be after maybe it'll be the first episode after the new year. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. But I want to do a live episode. I think that'd be
All
really sick.
right. Well, we can figure that out. But yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see how
100%.
it goes. Which we're running out of time. Is there anything
Yeah.
else you need to talk about?
No, I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think that's everything we wanted to talk about. Was there
Yeah.
anything else?
No,
Yeah,
I think that's pretty much
did we
everything.
forget
So,
something?
before we wrap, I just want to say sorry to Slater Productions.
Oh,
We ran out of time,
I
and
forgot. Oh man,
you know,
we even put it in the notes.
we
It's a
did put it in the
shame.
notes. Yeah, we did put it in the
Well,
notes.
we'll get
We'll
you
get him
next
next
time
time.
for
Yeah,
sure.
but I can already hear his comment. It's gonna be like, oh, you guys talked about MCBC for half the episode. I'm pretty much in it. And it's like, dude, shut up. So thank you guys for watching this episode of the
Yeah,
ATG
people think
Podcast.
they don't know Slater or a relation. They just think we're
Yeah,
just
they
really
think we're just
bullying this
yeah.
random guy.
It's
Oh no.
we are. That's the thing. No. Make sure to go check out some of the other episodes if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Check out some of our guest episodes. We got some great stuff coming up over the next little bit. So
Yeah. It's a whole bunch of
make
fun. But
sure.
yeah, I'm happy that we got to kind of just chat about life for a bit. If you guys
Yeah,
enjoyed this kind of
if you like
style
these
of
types of
episode,
episodes
and we'll do more of them.
where we don't have like
Um,
an actual topic or we don't talk about, we got to do another Marvel episode. I think we got to do another Marvel episode. We're getting
Perhaps
up
at
to
some
that
point.
point now where some of that stuff that we talked about has now come out, and
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll figure it out. But
All right.
that's it for
Thank you
this
guys for watching this
episode.
episode of the ATG Podcast. We'll talk to you later. Like, share, subscribe, do everything I always tell you. Have a good one.
Bye.